guys, today we're going to talk about my first time getting Botox. As you guys know, my channel is all about being super open with who I am, what I do, and why I do it, and I know a lot of people have a lot of misconceptions about plastic surgery and fillers and injectables and things. So if you are a woman who's looking to get Botox or a man who's looking to get Botox, I know quite a few men who have actually gotten Botox, there's nothing to be ashamed about there, wrinkles kind of suck, or if you are just a hater who wants to be a better informed hater, because oh my god, I don't know how many times I have heard people say that I have too much Botox in my lips when that is so not a thing. And in fact, that's what we're going to start with. That fact right there is what we're going to start with. But if you are any type of person who is just interested in my life or want to know more about it, or you're ignorant to it, so you want to actually stop being ignorant to it, then just keep watching the video. It should be entertaining because of course it is one of my videos. One of the things that I got done, what the fuck? So recently I got a procedure done where I took a mole off of my face and I closed this piercing hole here, and at that time I also got my normal injectables, which is just some Juvederm in my lips to kind of plump it up and make it look the way I feel is aesthetically pleasing. And I also decided to opt for some preventative Botox. Now you might be asking me, like, why would I get Botox? I clearly don't have wrinkles. I'm clearly in my mid-20s. There's no reason for me to be getting Botox yet. And preventative Botox is something I've been looking into for a while, and I think it's a very smart decision if you want to do it yourself. Now, I want to stress in the beginning of this video, I want to make sure I'm recording, okay, because I don't want to like go into this fucking rampage tirade of talking and then fucking not be recording. So anyway, before you get any kind of cosmetic surgery or literally do anything in life, make sure that it's what you want to do and what you want to do only. This is my canvas and I will do with it what I want to, but I will never be pressured from outside sources, even if it's like a boyfriend, a friend, society telling me what I need to look like. I do this for me. I do this because this is my canvas and I feel like it would be a shame to not improve myself. It's fun. I derive pride from it that I've, you know, done something and gotten somewhere. It's like I have goals and I'm reaching toward it and I'm like gamifying basically my entire appearance, which it just makes me happy. It's something that I enjoy doing. I love myself at every stage, whether imperfect or as perfect as I want to be. All stages I love myself, so there's no reason for me to be doing it just because I'm insecure. I'm doing it as like an art canvas type thing, and it's just something that I enjoy doing, and it's just one facet of who I am. So that's why I do it. I don't do it because someone told me to. I don't do it for any other reason, and you should never do anything in life unless you're sure you want to do it for yourself. That includes something as reversible and as temporary as injectables or any kind of cosmetic surgery, no matter how crazy or how minor it might be, including just dyeing your hair. Like, even if you just want to dye your hair because your boyfriend thinks blondes are hotter, don't fucking do that unless you really want to do it. And that is my feel-good SJW statement for the day. Aside from that, there are a lot of people who say that Botox can be put into the lips. Now, let me tell you what Botox is. Botox is a muscle relaxer, basically. So you put it in certain areas of the face to make your, to relax your muscles so that you're not creating certain wrinkles, and to also, like, lighten like areas where you think you might be making funny faces that could eventually turn into wrinkles. And that's what preventative Botox is. It's like, if you are making these faces and stuff, and you can see that they're making wrinkles that might not stay there, you can prevent them by getting Botox early, and then you won't move the muscles as much, therefore not creating the creases and the wrinkles that you might get later on in life. So you're basically just like delaying aging. And at the same time, something that's really cool about preventative Botox, and I've only done it once now, and I've only had it for like less than a month, so I'm not sure if this will work for me, but it will often like teach people out of it, like doing certain facial expressions that would make them later on get wrinkles. So if you do it once or twice, or you do it for a year or 2 years, you might not have to do it anymore in that specific place because you're not making those faces anymore, because you've kind of trained yourself out of doing it because Botox was not allowing you to do it. Does that make any sense? So like, if I constantly go like or something and that creates certain wrinkles, and then I have Botox in my face for like a year that disallows me to do those things, I'll probably stop trying to do those things, and it kind of subconsciously makes me stop doing them, so I will have less wrinkles down the road. And the same thing goes for preventative Botox. I'm not doing those things because I can't, because the muscles are relaxed, so I'm not gonna have as many wrinkles when I'm in my 40s. And people say, I keep like losing hair, I swear I'm like dying or something. I'm shedding for the summer, that's what's going on, because it is really hot in here. Anyway, a lot of people say that it can, you know, take 10 or 5 years off of you down the line because you haven't been creating these wrinkles that you would normally create. Now, this is not meant to freeze your face, and you should never, ever, in my opinion at least, get Botox at a place that isn't a doctor. Like, there are so many like beauty bars and things, and like you can even get it done at your nail salons sometimes, or like I know I went to Jean Juarez once, expensive as fucking hair touch up. Oh my god, like all I do is get my roots touched up and a little like trim off the ends. I don't even like layer my hair, and that cost me like $250. Never doing that again, because it is not worth it. Is not any better than the place that I go to, even though the chick was like really cool and stuff and we bonded. It just that's too much money. Anyway, off on a tangent again, of course. But they offered Botox there, and I would never get any kind of injectables not at a plastic surgeon. Some people do it at dermatologists, and I think that's fine, because dermatologists know skin, they know wrinkles, they know the muscles in your face that you should and should not relax. And basically the only side effect, the only bad thing that can happen is you can have an allergic reaction that gives you welts, or you can, they can inject in a wrong place and it can droop you instead of actually like making you look more youthful. And that can be a bad thing. And that's why I would never do it if it wasn't at my plastic surgeon, who actually knows what the fuck he's doing and knows the human anatomy and isn't just an esthetician. You know what I'm saying? So, I decided to get preventative Botox because Botox is relatively cheap, especially compared to lip injectables. But, oh, I didn't finish my thought about the thing. Okay, so guys, if you stuck it in your lips, it would not plump your lips. It would probably make you look like you have a stroke. So for those of you who like to criticize people who have big lips or people who get injectables or plastic surgery in general by saying too much Botox just because they have big lips, that doesn't make any sense. And the word you're looking for is probably just injectables or collagen. Collagen is what people used to put into their lips until they realized that the synthetic versions last longer and have less reactions, because a lot of people have reactions to things that are bovine derived, you know, because a lot of people are, you know, allergic to cow stuff. So they went to things like Juvederm and Restylane. So Juvederm and Restylane are the two things that people mainly put into their lips. You would never put Botox into your lips. The only reason you would ever put Botox anywhere near your lips is to lift your smile. You can put it here, or if you smoke a lot and you have those like vertical lines from going like this and smoking, that you can have it here and that will relax it a little bit. But basically, if you wait to get Botox when you actually have wrinkles, you'll have to get filler as well to fill in the wrinkles, and it's just more expensive, and it's dumb down the line. So to start early, that in my opinion sounded like a good idea. Now, I was not super excited to get this because I'm more excited about things that actually change the way that I look. That's what excites me more. I'm like, oh my god, improvement. But this is more like making something that is inevitable happen later, and that was kind of like, oh, you know, it's something that I'll like down the line, but I want it right now. You know, I like the initial changes, right? So I wasn't that excited about it, but I wanted to get it done because I wanted to try it and because I wanted to start on a regimen of preventative Botox. So I go in, I get it done. It didn't feel like fucking anything. Like, I felt nothing. There were 3 places where he injected, like right here, the 3 different muscles to make me not, like, disallow this movement, because I actually did have an active set of muscles here. When I scowled, I had lines, but nothing that was, like, staying. It was just something that I could do, and now I can't do it, but I can still emote, you know, like I'm still like, and it's awesome. It feels so great. Now, it takes about 2 to 7 days to actually kick in, which is kind of weird. And initially at the injection spot, I had like welt looking things for literally only 15 minutes. It was the weirdest experience of my life, because when you get injected, you don't feel anything, and then immediately you have these like red welts, and then they're gone within 15 minutes. Usually anything that happens to your face, whether it's like a zit or, you know, like a cold sore, it fucking takes like at least a week to go away, at least overnight, right? But this was just like immediately gone, and then I didn't feel anything for, I would say, about 5 days. At which point I started feeling like tight skin, but not in like a bad way. Like, some people might not like it, and I'm saying right now that there's a lot of people that would probably be like, oh, this is a horror story and I would never get Botox again. Botox, even in its best state, is bad. But for me, the feeling of like having just like tighter, better skin and putting on makeup on like this like perfectly flat, amazing canvas was just like great to me. And I love the fact that, like, I don't know if you guys know this, but maybe guys, I know girls know this, but maybe guys have seen this too. When a girl cakes on her makeup like crazy, which is not something I do, but like even having any makeup on your face at all, when you like emote and stuff, it'll like it'll set into the wrinkles that you create sometimes if you don't set it correctly, and then it makes you look older. So like makeup can make you look older, especially foundation, powders, and stuff like that. But with this, like, it's so great. I just love it so much. I really, really love it, and I would recommend it to anyone. I love the way it feels. I love the way it looks. I love how like soft my skin is there and like how tight it feels, and it doesn't feel like it's constricting my eyebrow movement in a way that I would care about. It just feels like when I scowl or when I get surprised, I don't have lines, and it's fucking awesome and I love it so much. So I would recommend it to anyone, and I just wanted to share my experience because I feel like it's important to talk about my experiences and be open with you guys and tell you exactly how I feel. And if I had a bad experience, I would tell you about that too. But I think plastic surgery, I think improving yourself is great. When someone says like, what, do you hate yourself? I always want to respond with, do you hate yourself? You're not improving yourself. You're not being the best person that you want to be, the best version of yourself. Like, people act like I put so much stock in my personal appearance, but for me it's just a hobby and it's just one aspect about myself, and I like working on my inner self just as much, learning things, talking about philosophy with you guys, making videos on that. And the people who are saying that I am superficial are, in my opinion, the people that are superficial, because they can't see past the fact that I'm creating an aesthetic canvas for myself to see that I'm actually much more than that, if that makes any sense. And so I don't think you should be doing it if you feel like it's going to boost your self-esteem. A lot of people say that, oh, it can boost your self-esteem just to change a few things, but I feel like that in itself is unhealthy, and maybe I'm just a little more emotionally detached than other people, or maybe I come at this from a too logical standpoint, but for me, it should be of no consequence to how you feel, other than like, yeah, that was fun, I'm feeling good today. It should never like actually take you from a depressed person to a happy person, because a depressed person is not just sad because of their appearance. They need to like look deeper and figure out why they're feeling the way that they do, and they should never do it just because they're bullied about the way that they look. They should do it because they actually genuinely want to improve themselves and just look better and like be a better version of you. And if that's not a hobby that you have, if that's not something that you enjoy doing, don't fucking do it. Like, go build like little toy boats, or, you know, fix your car, soup up your car, whatever the fuck. That's like in the same facet to me, like improving my appearance and improving the way that I look, and just like trying on new makeup and trying new products and stuff. It brings me joy. And if there was nobody in the world, I would still put on makeup and do all of these things just to look in the mirror and be like, that's the Tara that I have worked toward. And it's a very empowering, amazing feeling. So I thought I would share that with you guys and share a different standpoint, because I feel like even the people who talk about plastic surgery and self-improvement in a healthy way, they are still very, in my eyes, unhealthy with it. They're still like freaking out over results and acting like they need it for their self-esteem, and acting like it makes them better as a person on the inside, which it totally does not. So yeah. Or like doing it for their boyfriends, or because someone else suggested it, or doing it because it would help their career. Like, all of that is just a side effect to, you know, you doing something that makes you happy, you know? Alright guys, I love you. I will talk to you in the next video, and I hope you enjoyed my experience. Sometimes I just ramble on and it goes too long. Like right now it's 13 minutes. I'm sorry I talked for 13 minutes about just fucking bleh, like nothing basically. But I love you guys, and also I'm mad at you guys. So cool. Love you. Mwah! Bye.